Hey Aries, welcome to your December 2024 mid-month reading. We're just going to go ahead and get started and jump straight in. I hope you're doing well. I would like to announce I am running a holiday sale for my personal readings. All my personal readings will be 20% off. So if you're interested in that sale, that link will be down below in the description. But let's take a look here, Aries, at your energy and the cards here that we pulled so far. You did pull this first house card. It says arrival here. And you also pulled this hold your vision. And it's a fixed moon. Very interesting. A lot of crazy energies happening in December, especially toward the end of the month. There's a lot of craziness. And I know you probably hear that a lot about astrology. But going in toward the later end of the month, there's definitely a lot of messy, challenging energy. But that's not really to get discouraged by, because there is a positive in it too. So let's keep going here. I'm going to pull your tarot cards here. But I think with this first house card that came out, it says arrival. The first house deals with yourself and the awareness around yourself, which is very symbolic of the zodiac sign Aries, of you, literally. The first house is connected to Aries, or has a lot of, basically it's the same thing. If you really look at it and boil it down, it's basically the same thing. Aries rules the first house. So I definitely get that this is about you. I pick up intuitively this is you reinventing yourself here, Aries. I do see here with the Ten of Pentacles being in the position of the good stuff. Some of you definitely have a lot of money coming your way in December. There could be a lot of good energy around family here as well, around your home life, your personal life here happening for you. Yeah, it's interesting. The star card's the overall energy, and we're going to go through the tarot specifically here in a second, but the star card does talk about like your North Star and striving toward that North Star. I always see the star card and the stars and the card as navigation, right? Like following your North Star. Right, like eyes on the prize. And you also pulled this hold your vision card. So there is something here that I see that you're after, something here that you're trying to aspire to, or some type of ambition here that you have, and success here that you're orienting yourself toward. And I see you really embodying your Aries energy here, especially because you pulled this leadership card, and Aries are natural leaders. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a look here. Like I said, you pulled this first house card. So the awareness is on yourself here. And this is about who you are, your identity. And I'm almost getting you here as well. There's some type of newer awareness here about your journey and the direction you're wanting to go. I'm not saying you're totally switching direction here, but I do pick up you're becoming a lot more aware of yourself and what it is that you want and who you are and what your values are. And there's newer parts of your personality, or you can say newer parts of yourself here that you're starting to discover, which is all shaping you, your identity, who you are, what it is that you want, which is changing your worldview, outlook, and also like your journey and destiny when it comes to certain things here. This could be energy already playing out for you, but I also get that this is energy that's going to be continuing to play out here. And with this hold your vision card, it's a fixed moon. Yeah, fixed deals with being loyal and dedicated to what your mission is, what your cause is. And that's why this card says hold your vision. It's because I do pick up here intuitively, this is a half moon. You can say first quarter moon here. And first quarter moons, technically they bring a crisis to where there's conflict and struggle because it's the sun square the moon. And it can bring a pressure or tension or challenges to really start to get more active because you're starting to become more aware here of things that you were unaware of. And so it's pushing you here to start really doing what it is that you need to do. And I do get a very pressure cooked energy this month for everybody in the collective, especially with the Jupiter retrograding square Saturn that's happening toward the end of the month. And so and then Mercury's going to come in and square that, and there's going to be a T square. So there is this tension and challenges But there is a silver lining in it all. And with this leadership card, I feel Spirit's wanting you to really take the lead here, Aries, or to just remain in that leadership energy here that you naturally embody so well. All right, let's jump into your tarot. You pulled the Ten of Pentacles here for your, or in the position of the good stuff here. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles can mean a sum of wealth that's coming your way or a sum of money that's coming your way. I'm also picking up to the good things happening for you in regards to family. It is holiday season, right? So this could definitely be you having good holidays here with the Ten of Pentacles. But intuitively, if I were to say, I think this Ten of Pentacles is you acquiring more wealth or more prosperity here, or having the resources here, finding the resources here that you need in the month of December to be able to fulfill your objectives. That's what I really pick up on here. And I think that in the month of December, I'm not saying like everything's just going to naturally come so easy to you. I definitely do pick up astrologically and just looking at the energy, right? The astrology, there's definitely challenges, but the more it's like the challenges themselves will push you into finding or becoming more aware here of what you need and how you can do it. You have the Nine of Cups here also in the position of the good stuff, and it's right here by the Star card, right, for the overall energy. And the Star card, Nine of Cups are both, the overlapping themes are wish fulfillment. You can even say miracles as well, but miracles in a way in which things turn out better than you expected here. And so I do also see you deepening your spirituality here. And this has a lot to do with the transits that are happening in the astrology with the Jupiter square Saturn, to where, you know, the inner and outer world are clashing, and it kind of forces you, Saturn and Pisces, to look more inward and become more introspective, and to deepen your awareness here. And so I see that if there's any challenges that happen for you in December, the way you handle it by really going within and doing a lot of introspection here, or just finding your inner spiritual truth, I feel like is going to bring you a lot of being content here and fulfilled with this Nine of Cups. But I also do, you know, I kind of pick up that there is something here though, to where something turns out better than you expect with this Nine of Cups. And I kind of get that's been a collective theme where people have been stressing about things, and then like things happen and it turns out better than they expect, or it's not as bad as they thought it would be. You have the Star card here for your overall energy here. Yeah, and I think spiritually you're waking up. And that's what a Jupiter square Saturn would do, because it pulls you inward. Saturn and Pisces is going to pull you inward and to make you become aware in order for you to grow and expand with Jupiter and Gemini, especially when it comes to your ambitions, Aries, with Jupiter retrograding your 3rd and Saturn being in your 12th. And Saturn and Pisces in the 12th house is a house of spirituality, self-enlightenment, or self-undoing, right? But ultimately, what's trying to happen is a big awakening here with this Star card being the overall energy, because the Star card actually deals with New Age spirituality. It can be New Age spirituality, but it could also just be this deeper awakening of your true self, or you finding a deeper part of yourself, which makes you awaken to who you are, what it is that you want, what your aspirations are, and it gives you a goal and it gives you direction to orient yourself to, and it inspires you and gives you hope here. So that's what's trying to be pulled out here in December. You have the Lovers here in your current energy at this time. Yeah, the Lovers is the archetype of Gemini. So I kind of pick up here that I'm picking up this is you trying to fulfill your ambitions, Aries. The Lovers does deal with love as well, so I do see love here. I actually see love doesn't look too bad here for you. Page of Cups being in the future position, this could be a new energy, a newer person here if you're single. If you're in a relationship here, I feel like there's going to be suggestion or communication here, or just a broadening of awareness of how both of you in the relationship here can come more together and create something more prosperous here. That's what you're being encouraged to do with your relationships. Even if it's not romantic, when it comes to all of your relationships, the way in which connections are established at this time, there is this emphasis on having to gain more awareness here of how you can make things harmonious, or how you can make things more prosperous. You have the Six of Swords here in the challenge, and then you have the Empress here as the advice. Yeah, and the Empress as advice. Well, first of all, the challenge is trying to invent newer ways in which you can move forward, right? Six of Swords represents getting unstuck from the mud and finding new innovative solutions here to get unstuck, right? To move in different directions, right? To move into better waters here. And you're definitely really being encouraged here with the Empress to start moving toward pleasureful things, Like, because I kind of get this energy to where you could be so caught up here, Aries, in dealing with. And I'm kind of getting the image that I'm seeing here is a loop, being stuck in some form of loop, and I feel you're being encouraged here to break that loop here. But the Empress as your advice is, it's Venus. And I know in the mid part of this month, we'll have Venus in Aquarius trine Jupiter in Gemini. So when it comes to community and your ability to be able to enjoy the fruits of your ambitions and what it is that you like and what it is that you want, Jupiter is bringing that growth and expansion. Even though Jupiter's squaring Saturn, there's something positive happening here. Even though we are dealing with difficult transits, there's positive in it too. But I also get with this Empress and the Lovers, your advice here is to connect and create with people, right? You're being encouraged here to co-create and to enjoy yourself and to really embrace community here in the month of December. And for this leadership card to come out, I feel some of you may already have your own communities, or you may be starting a community or partaking in community more in the month of December. And I feel like you're being encouraged to do that, because I do get that there will be a lot of fruitful rewards here for you. Challenges, yes, but the ability to harvest, yes. Yeah, like I said, Page of Cups here in the future position. I definitely get if you're single, if you're looking for love, this could be love showing up in your life in the month of December. You could be meeting someone here, and even if it's not love, you could be establishing a very important connection here in the month of December. But I think you're wanting to establish connections in general. So I see with this Page of Cups, this is you taking a newer approach toward establishing relationship and connection. And it can be in all areas here with this Page of Cups. I definitely get here that you're going to be taking a different creative approach. You're going to kind of be forced to do it in a way to where the universe is making you have to get creative here, especially with the Empress as the advice, like having to get creative. But I do see you finding something fulfilling and rewarding. You have the Four of Cups here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. Yeah, Four of Cups says don't get stuck in the woe is me. Right? Four of Cups says open yourself up to the possibilities, especially if you've been feeling stuck in the mud. And it will definitely feel very stuck in the mud this month, especially toward the end of the month. Because not only that, it's like we kind of enter into that mid-end of the month here with Sun square Neptune, which can be delusions and confusions. And then we have Jupiter and Gemini square Saturn and Pisces on the 24th. Mercury and Sag that oppose Jupiter. Mercury and Sag that will square Pisces on the 26th. Venus square Uranus on the 27th. Chiron goes direct in Aries. And then we'll have new moon in Capricorn on the 30th. What I wanted to say about this Four of Cups, something to be aware of, is that just because this can bring, Four of Cups is emotional frustration and emotional, closing yourself off emotionally because you're dealing with difficult things. So the Four of Cups is saying here, don't allow yourself to close off, like keep yourself open even if things get difficult. And I know that's a lot easier said than done, but with the Strength card being here in the outcome, you do have that strength here to persevere with this card. And I think you're going to be, I want to clarify this. We're about to clarify here in a moment, but I think there's a lot here that you're going to be overcoming in the month of December. And it does, I do get a victory with this Strength card. There's always a victory. There's always a triumph. But I definitely get there's some challenges here. You pull this Explore, Love, Create. The only thing that holds you back is you. And that's what your advice is, especially with the Empress. I think Spirit's really wanting you to take the lead and start enjoying yourself and start creating things that you like and that are pleasurable and that are fulfilling. Let's see here. You pulled this Lizard card. It says dreaming, sight, knowledge, hidden gifts here. I knew it. With that first house card, you're becoming more aware of yourself, the things that you want, even gifts that you have. your dreams, aspirations, with the star card being the overall energy. Knowledge here for sure that you're gaining this month in December, because that's Jupiter rules wisdom and knowledge, right? And then we got the Sun in Sag right now, which is the ruling planet of Jupiter, right? Or both dealing with learning, wisdom, knowledge. But the Jupiter squares Saturn, and even Pisces is a sign of knowledge, and people forget that all the time. Its ruling planet is Jupiter. Even though Saturn's there, it's like Saturn's making you learn. Saturn's making us learn, become more aware. Like, it's everything. There's everything is more deeper than you think it is. You pulled this. The end of a tough cycle approaches. It's a full moon in Capricorn, and then you also pulled this a win-win outcome is forecast with this full moon in Libra card. So both of those cards wanted to come out. I do pick up that there's a cycle here that you've been going through, closing out, and that's what it's kind of getting with that loop, like some form of loop that you're breaking. And it's almost as if you're making an agreement here to reconcile differences. Let's see here. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles here. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles here in the position of the good stuff. What is this about? The Ten of Pentacles came out again, so that double clarification here. Some of you, this could even be a new home, somewhere new that you're moving. All of this could also be the establishing of a home, right, and creating even more deeper roots, and there being prosperity that is generated as a result, more prosperity. But I do pick up abundance and wealth here, and also you being able to find the resources here, or create the resources to fulfill your objectives. Clarify the star card for the overall energy. You pulled the Three of Wands here. Well, here it is, Aries. This is you. Three of Wands, the Sun in Aries. So here you are, right? Being self-determined, courageous, and bold, right? Being fearless in pursuit here of what your North Star is, what it is that you're trying to aspire to be, or just what's off in the distance and the horizon for you that you're ultimately aiming toward and striving toward. But I do get, this is really you. I see you creating there's a deeper spiritual connection that you're creating with things in your life, and I think it's going to usher in new meaning here for you. Clarify the Nine of Cups in the position of the good stuff. You have the Three of Cups here. Yeah, I also get positive things happening in regards to community. I get this feeling of closeness, love, enjoyment with your relationships, and with inside your community here. And you feeling content and fulfilled by these things with the Nine of Cups. Some of you, I see, learning spiritually and connecting to other spiritual people that hold the same beliefs as you, and it being something that's fulfilling. Clarify the Lovers in your current energy. You have the King of Wands, Seven of Swords here, Aries. I think this King of Wands is you, and I don't really pick up a negative energy off this Seven of Swords. The ruling archetype of this read is the Star card, which is Aquarius, and the Seven of Swords is Moon in Aquarius. I think right now you're really trying to figure out how you can be devoted, how you can devote yourself to service, to serve others by assuming a leadership position with the King of Wands. And that is your true path. You're realizing, you're stepping into being a leader here. You realize the responsibility here that you have, right? And to make an impact, or to, or even just to move in the direction of success. What I'm getting here, though, is that you're aligning here more with your higher timeline with the Lovers. You're being pushed into newer directions here that are ultimately helping you find more harmony and more peace and more joy, and making you feel more fulfilled and your life being more harmonious. And it really seems to me that you're doing this from a place of service. And you could also be at the same time with the Seven of Swords, devising new strategies and tactics here, changing up your style a bit, becoming eclectic. We just have Venus come into Aquarius, right, with Pluto. So in Aquarius was your 11th, which deals with community groups and people. And as an Aries, your first house, right? So there it is, like, or the 11th house, first house here connecting. This is about you, your sense of self, and being a leader in regards to community and groups, and finding a lot of enjoyment in that. Clarify the Six of Swords in your challenge. You pulled the Six of Swords again, so we have another double clarification here. I just think right now you're trying to advance in newer directions here. It's interesting. I think your challenge is you're being forced to become eclectic, get creative, and start experimenting here in newer ways to change things up. I think you're being encouraged to do that this month. That's your challenge, is creativity and becoming more eclectic. And experimenting. Clarify the Page of Cups in the future. You pulled the Three of Pentacles here. Yeah, I also see you getting, Three of Pentacles to me is some type of job being done well, right? Your work actually getting recognition. You feeling good about your work and what you're doing, what you're creating, what you're building in your life. Also, you starting to share your gifts here through a particular medium here that you have, right? It could be YouTube, it can be anything that you do here, right? It's like you are... you're ushering in new creativity, and the Three of Pentacles is always things that are being built and things that are being done well. Clarify the Strength card here in the outcome. You have the Six of Wands. I told you, I knew it was some form of victory. See, y'all just think I be saying shit. I know what I be saying, right? Six of Wands is the victory card, success, triumph, overcoming, getting the validation, recognition, and success here that you deserve. And I think it's only going to increase your confidence and make you want to exercise your authority even more to expand out in the world and become your own individual, or step more into your own individual nature here. Individualism, if you want to say. Clarify the Empress as your advice. You have the Eight of Pentacles. And I think your advice at this time is to keep working hard. Eight of Pentacles is self-mastery. Keep working on what it is that you're creating. The Empress says, this is something here, like whenever you're creating something, it could really be anything that you're doing, right? It could be something brand new. It could be something that's not so brand new. It could be something you've been doing for the past 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, whatever, right? Eight of Pentacles is just something that you're mastering, right? And the Empress is the hard work that's required to produce the results and the fruits that you want. Right? The Empress deals with abundance and prosperity, but it takes work to do that. And so your advice is to keep working hard, because you're going to be able to reap your rewards later. Clarify the Four of Cups. You pulled the Ten of Swords. Yeah, Ten of Swords is, no woe is me, right? No woe is me, literally. Four of Cups, Ten of Swords. Don't dwell, right? Four of Cups, Ten of Swords is like just dwelling emotionally on something that, you can't fix. Like, you just got to figure out a new inventive way how to move forward. So that would be the one thing I would say to really be aware of, Aries. So I'll leave your reading here. This is a good read. I'm wishing you the best for the rest of the month. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below, of course, in the description. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe. Also hit the notification button bell as well, so that way you get notified whenever I upload your videos. And if you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. Otherwise than that, I'm wishing you the best, Aries, and I'll see you in your next video.